Yo, what's going on, guys? It is time for another reaction video, and this one's coming from the YouTube channel Toropia. So if you like this video, go check out Toropia. This is 10 best places to visit in the Philippines. Now, I've done a handful of Philippines videos. It is also one of the few countries I've actually had the pleasure to visit in person. So I'll be curious to see if they showed me some things I haven't seen before. And as I'm looking at this right now, this almost looks like it might be Boracay right here in this opening picture. And if it is, that's where I've actually been. So we'll find out.
The Philippines is an island nation located in the Western Pacific. The region boasts one of the world's longest combined coastlines due to the nation's 7,000 tropical islands. From pristine beaches and marvelous natural wonders to interesting historic sites and beautiful coral reefs, the Philippines pack many exciting things to see and do. Here is a look at some of the best places to visit in the Philippines.
These time-lapse shots are really cool.
Number 10. Vigan. A visit to this town in northern Luzon is like a step back to colonial times. Horses pull carts along cobblestone streets, and dark wood mansions flank the sides, as a reminder of the grand life that many enjoyed in this colonial Spanish trading post. At the time, many goods, like beeswax and gold, were traded to China for exotic Asian items. Today, the main income for this port is tourism, though the splendor from its trading history remains. Vigan has two hearts, a shopping center in the north and a business district in the south.
This is very different from the area that I got to see. I was in Manila and then Boracay, so I got to see the big city life, and then I got to see the beach life. But this looks like a little bit more rural life, settled, like I said, in an older time almost.
Number 9. Bohol. The huge orange eyes and tiny fingers of the minuscule tarsier serve as the spokesmodel for the island of Bohol.
He almost looks like Yoda from Star Wars. I wonder if they took inspiration from this little creature when they came up with that character on Star Wars. He's cool looking.
Just a short trip from Cebu, this area is one of the few remaining homes for this tiny primate. The unique geologic oddity of the Chocolate Hills serves as the second draw for travelers to the region.
Oh, that's cool.
The unique mogul-like hills come with a legend of being formed by the rocks thrown by an angry giant. Many visitors to the island are, however, here to partake in the breathtaking dive opportunities that the region has to offer.
Those hills look really neat. It almost looks fake that it's so like clear. They look like giant ant piles. The water's so beautiful, man. I've been out on one of those boats in Philippines.
Number 8. Manila. One of the most densely populated cities in the world, the Philippines' chaotic capital can be a bit hard to fall in love with at first sight. It is well worth persevering, however, as its towering skyscrapers and traffic-filled streets hide away lots of wonderful and unique places. Founded by the Spanish back in 1571, the city is set on the shores of Manila Bay, with Pasig River running through it. Old and new seamlessly mix together in Manila, as modern shopping malls lie alongside colonial-era churches and cathedrals. Full of trendy bars and artisan markets with some great nightlife, the Pearl of the Orient is certainly one of Asia's greatest mega cities.
Jeepneys.
Number 7. Donsol.
Never heard of this one.
Once a sleepy, laid-back fishing village, the coastal town of Donsol now hums with life as scuba divers and snorkelers come to swim with the infamous whale sharks that are found just offshore.
Actually, so I watch Los LeBlanc quite often, and I could be wrong, but he just put out a video about a week ago where they were swimming with the whale sharks, so I'm wondering if this is the spot where he was.
Growing up to 12 meters long, the gentle giants are majestic to see up close, and swimming with them really is an unforgettable experience. While there is not all that much to see or do in town, Donsol is a pleasant enough place to spend a couple of days, and the surrounding area has loads of great hikes and cycle rides.
Cool. That would be a neat experience, for sure. The way the shark's opening his mouth, it looks like he's yawning.
Number 6. Tagaytay.
I've never heard of this place either.
Overlooking the glorious Taal Lake, Tagaytay is one of the most popular towns to visit in the Philippines, with both tourists and locals alike. Its cool mountain climate offers visitors some welcome respite from the hustle and bustle, heat and humidity of nearby Manila. As it is bordered by lots of hills and mountains, there is loads of magnificent scenery to enjoy, with Taal Volcano being the undoubted highlight. Tourist attractions in town include the Punta Sant.
Were those things in the water a way for them to like harvest something, like so maybe harvest some sort of fish or some sort of shellfish or something like that, or some sort of water plant? I don't know. Well, if you know what that is, tell me. All these little things out here, because it looks like they're pretty massive and the boats can pull up to them. But I'm curious to know what they're harvesting, or what, and if they're not harvesting anything, what are they for?
Taal Volcano being the undoubted highlight. Tourist attractions in town include the Punta Santiago Lighthouse, St. Anne Shrine, and the large local flower farm.
That's a cool little body of water. Oh, that's really pretty.
Number 5. Cebu.
Now, I've heard of Cebu, but I've never been.
Cebu is an island province consisting of the main island itself and 167 surrounding islands. Its capital, Cebu City, is the oldest in the Philippines and home to the nation's second international airport.
I was not aware that it was the oldest city in the Philippines.
Oldest in the Philippines and home to the nation's second international airport. The city is a smaller but similarly busy version of Manila, with many of the same urban benefits. One advantage that Cebu has is Matcan Island, featuring a premier dive site that is a short drive from an international airport. Another diving gem, the island and resorts of Malapascua, is about a 4-hour drive to the port town of Maya, and then must be accessed by boat.
Look at that, man. Look at that. What I wouldn't give to be there right now instead of here. Little monkey.
Number 4. Siargao.
I've heard of this one too, I think from Los LeBlanc as well.
Shaped like a teardrop, Siargao, with its lush coconut groves, tranquil lagoons, and white sand beaches, is the very definition of paradise. This relatively undeveloped island is home to just a couple 100,000 residents. Without its own airport, it's tricky to get to, which makes it that much more rewarding when you finally sink your toes into its remote sands. Siargao is famed as the surfing capital of the Philippines, with 15 known surfing spots, including the celebrated Cloud 9. Surf schools and rental shops abound, and there are also opportunities for stand-up paddleboarding, snorkeling, and much more.
It's a whole lot of people out there surfing. Everything's just so scenic and beautiful, man. Oh wow, are these cenotes or diving holes? Man.
Number 3. Ifugao Rice Terraces. Photographers will want to have lots of memory cards with them when they visit the picturesque Ifugao Rice Terraces on the island of Luzon. For 2,000 years, people have been growing rice on terraces that...
One thing I remember about the Philippines is, especially when we were on our way to go to Boracay, we flew from Manila to some smaller island, which I can't remember the name of it. And then we had to take like an hour-long bus ride to a ferry. And on that 1-hour bus ride, I remember seeing these like tarps out on all the driveways or out in front of all the residences in the sun. And so I, asked my friend that's from the Philippines what they were doing, and she was explaining that they dry the rice out. So rice is a pretty common commodity there in Philippines. So now seeing these rice terraces, it makes even more sense because it seems like everybody was harvesting rice. Now whether it's kind of common to harvest your own rice or they're all collectively doing it in that island and sell it or something, I don't know. But it's kind of a cool peek at the harvesting side of it.
Island of Luzon. For 2,000 years, people have been growing rice on terraces that follow the contours of the Cordilleras Mountains.
It's really cool.
The most famous ones can be found around the town of Banoe. They were created by the Ifugao ethnic people without modern tools and are still used today.
It reminds me of back when I used to play the game Sim City, if you're familiar with that game. And you could like elevate the terrain, but then you obviously want a flat plane when you're building on it, because if it's mountainous then it just doesn't work well for the game. But that's what that reminds me of. It's like all these little tiers of a hill that you could build on. This shot right here looks really cool too. That's so cool. It looks awesome when it's wet too, when it's not just the grass part of it.
Number 2. Boracay.
There we go.
Boracay is one of the most popular islands in the Philippines, so much so that it had to be closed for 6 months to rehabilitate the island after its huge influx of visitors.
I remember seeing about that, and this does appear, I think, to be the same shot that was from the opening of the video, but it was from the other side of the other end of the island, so that the coast was on the other side.
Today it is reopened to tourists, but has a limit on the number of visitors it welcomes each day. The main allure of Boracay Island is its idyllic white beach, but there are hordes of other tiny beaches and coves where you can enjoy everything from snorkeling and scuba diving to kite surfing.
If there's anybody in the Philippines or who has visited the Philippines as of recent, specifically Boracay, how has it been, now that we're done with COVID? Is Boracay back up and running and fully busy again, or is it relatively slow? I know she just mentioned that they limit the number of people that can go on the island at any given time, but what's it like nowadays? Is it moderate, or is it like overly busy? God, I want to go back so bad. Eric and Tony Ann, if y'all happen to see this video, we need to go back. You let me know next time y'all are going to the Philippines again to go visit family, and I want to go. I want to go back to the Philippines with you guys. I know the likelihood of you seeing this video is pretty slim, but in the off chance you do. That's what I remember right here, how they have this plastic up. So it's kind of to shield you from the beach. That's why there's a row of palm trees along the front here. And then you have this plastic, and then there's like behind this is kind of like a walking path in front of all of the structures that are back here. So if you're facing this way, you got the water to your right and the plastic area to the left, you have buildings. And I remember there was like a Starbucks there and all kinds of stuff, but there's all these restaurants and little markets. And so if you go to the restaurants, what they do is they'll bring at night, they bring all the tables out here along the plastic area, and you can eat out here over the sand on the beach. But during the day, they take it all down and put it back away. So it's kind of cool because you can be like, you're there, but you're at least shielded a little bit from the rain. From the water and the sand blowing up all over to where you're eating. And then they also have, like live music performers and stuff. And I think, like the last night we were there was maybe been like right around here. I don't know. It could be way down here even. But I just remember the live music, and that's like one of those things that's like ingrained in my brain. Like I always remember that last night we were there of just them sitting there playing live music. It was so much fun. And I got some really cool pictures of me right here. Actually, if you go look at my Facebook page and flip through my profile pictures, you'll see quite a few of them that are from the Philippines, like 10 years ago. And then I have a ton of Philippines pictures on my Facebook page too. But yeah, let's get back to this.
Number 1, Palawan.
This is the other one I really, really, really want to visit. Really want to see Palawan.
Palawan is an island province in the Philippines that stretches from Mindoro to Borneo between the South China and Sulu seas. Puerto Princesa, which is close to the large karst formations with an underground river, is the provincial capital. Coron Reefs is one of the best diving spots in the world, drawing divers who want to explore Japanese shipwrecks from World War II. Another popular destination is El Nido, a town sandwiched between towering limestone karst cliffs and a beautiful bay.
That looks like a giant like dragon or dinosaur or something. Like this looks like a head right here in the mouth area, and then the body's just like zigzagging back here. Y'all think I'm crazy, or what? Does it look like a giant animal to you too? Let me know in the comments. Beautiful sunset. I think that's the end. Yeah, so if y'all liked that video, go check out Toropia. If you've ever been to the Philippines, comment below. Let me know where you went, what places were your favorites, and if you haven't been and it's on your wish list, what places are you planning to visit? And yeah, let's wrap it up here. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. It does help. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe, click the bell so you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.